So we're talking about when to pick the time to turn into your slip. And the challenge is it varies so much depending on current, which way it's going, how fast it's going, what's the wind doing. Right now we've got wind and current going from port to starboard or going from east to west. And that means it's going to push into my slip, which means I'm going to have more speed and momentum going into that slip. So in this case, I know that bow is going to spin to my starboard side faster, so I'm actually going to wait a little bit longer. It's usually somewhere around the time I pass the slip prior to where I want to go. With the wind and current all going in that direction, I'm actually going to wait a little bit longer. So you see I've gone a little bit further past my slip, almost where it looks like I'm overshooting it, and then I did my wheel left and reverse. And this one, because the wind and the current are all blowing from left to right, they want to push that bow faster. So, I had to really work with that pivot a lot there and pivot into that slip to make sure I get in there on time. So it changes based on conditions, but I'm always trying to use those conditions to my advantage rather than working against them. So you'll see in that quick video, I went past the slip almost a little bit, or at least the bow went past that slip a bit. And I then did my wheel right and forward gear, which I was making the boat turn to my right, or my starboard side. The wind was pushing the boat and the current pushing the boat from port to starboard side. And then I did a wheel left and reverse so that I could almost like set a foot and pivot. I'm letting the wind and the current blow that bow to my starboard side. I'm having the stern and the engine pull the boat to the port side and pivot, and that turned the boat 90 degrees, and then it was just going to my slip. So when to do it will change. If I didn't have so much wind and current, I probably could have turned a little bit earlier and sort of turned towards my slip and then made my wheel left and reverse so I can pivot in. But this one with heavy winds, I had to go past a little bit and do almost a steep right-hand turn to get into that slip.